He's an idiot for not doing that.
Really?
So
yeah, but if he tries to do that with Dick Masterson, he's only fucking himself over.
Continue.
My show gets to like episode 17, and the whole time I'm taking little pot shots at Maddox because I think it's bullshit. He ended the show and he didn't even mention me in the last episode. And it's like people are saying, "What the fuck happened, man? Like, why did this show just end? You have to tell me something." So I'm taking pot shots because that's what I do. It's funny. It's all for a laugh. Like it's all a stupid comedy thing online. It's to entertain people. So, Matt. Over sexual assault, and how important it is, and says that I'm a rape apologist, and that my new show, he goes on to 8chan and finds a thread where like guys are talking about rape and says that my show is somehow in a weird way condoning rape because of an 8chan list, and he sends it to all of his comedy friends in LA. Like, he doesn't even send it to the internet. He makes it this private video that me as a real person is like basically a rapist. And just
sounds like high school.
Yeah.
High
Although,
school
Dick,
drama.
let's set the record straight. Are you
You think my mom is happy about it? What are you bringing her into it for? You stupid bitch! Like these.
I raised him well.
Here's a fucking fact. Here's a fucking fact. There is not equality is dumb, which we all know, right? If you have a situation where you have a bunch of comedians and 50% of them are chicks and the other 50% are dudes, a lot of those chicks have a fucking axe to grind. They think comedy is about getting your opinion out, and it's not. It's about making people laugh. So all these chicks picked up their torches, like their tiki torches, like they're at a Nazi Trump rally, and they go after me, and I'm like, what the you just kind of fucked up my whole life, dude, over making fun of you about a fucking podcast? Okay, here we go. So I have an episode, and I say, hey, I haven't told anybody why the podcast ended, but I will now, because what the fuck do I have to lose? Like, I have that's the end of my fucking personal and professional reputation. That's it. I'm not allowed in comedy anymore. So here's the reason why. Here's the reason why the show ended, everybody. Here's the reason why I wasn't on that episode, and here's the reason why it fucking ended suddenly with no fucking explanation. Like Maddox is trying to hide something he's ashamed of, right?
What was the reason, Jesus?
The reason is I was at a wedding with a bunch of people we knew, and I left the wedding with a girl that Maddox had dated like 4 years ago. And he got so ass blasted about it, he blew up her phone all fucking night, called her at work the next day, like having a full-on fucking nice guy meltdown, telling her what a piece of shit. Dude, it was so fucking embarrassing that he could never bring, like, he called me on the phone, was like, look, I don't think I can continue the podcast. I'm like, motherfucker, you have a girl living with you right now. You've had a live-in girlfriend for a fucking year, and are you insane? She's like, look, if this really happened, if what I think happened, then the show's over. So did it happen? And I said, no, of course not. I would never do something like that to you. What are you talking about? Yeah. So that was how I bought it.
Wait, did you bang her? Did you bang her?
Of course. What kind of a fucking idiot would think I didn't? Like, you're asking, you're me of all people, me of all fucking people who goes on TV in aviators and a mustache. Hey, did you bang that girl? Oh, no, of course not. Aren't you the same guy that always just says to lie to get out of things that benefits you? Yeah, so how do I know you're not lying now? Well, because my fingers are crossed, you stupid delusional moron. What the fuck why do you even ask? Of course I did. So,
Dick, I want to stand up and salute you right now.
oh,
Beautiful.
you know,
You cucked Maddox. That's awesome.
you know, I wish it was cucking, but it's like, dude, you're broken the fuck up for how many years? Women aren't your fucking, are you kidding me? How old are you that you haven't, that you can't handle this like a mature adult? that you ruin a business over that's making you free money, free thousands of dollars every month, and you throw it away because you're so ass blasted and hung up over a broad. Get the fuck out of here.
I love
You're a
how we
man,
had to ask.
please.
Please
Yeah,
please tell me you didn't touch her anywhere. No, please.
What's that?
Wait, she kept her Parker on the whole time, right? She didn't look at you in the eyes.
Yeah. Tell me, please. I couldn't handle it.
Isn't hey, I thought Maddox was gay. Like, didn't he come out kind of tongue in cheek? I'm just saying because he at some point that was back when I was still using Facebook, as he shared a photo of a windshield that said "I'm gay, fuck it," and then he made a video of him just complimenting the shit out of Alfred in the Batman movie, like really trying to get his dick. So I don't know.
Well, are we talking about Michael Caine?
No, the new younger one. In the...
I was gonna say, if it's Michael Caine, that's completely understandable.
Yeah. Who isn't gay for Michael Caine? It's even in his name right there. He's got a porno name, Mike Caine.
I never noticed he does. Wow,
Jesus fuck.
So that's that story. You know,
scummy shit.
That's a great story.
I mean, I had heard about I read up on it, and there's of course a lot of fan videos about him too, and the breakup. But I didn't know he made like a private video that he sent around to defame you.
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's why Cernovich was on. He's like, yeah, that's straight up defamation, and he's a lawyer. I didn't know if you knew that.
I'm hoping it was some like slap job like Windows Movie Maker thing with blue backgrounds and white Arial text titles of like Dick Masterson's big secret. It's like a fucking PowerPoint slideshow.
It is. It is a PowerPoint slideshow. Like
it really is a PowerPoint slideshow.
I mean, it's his version of one. He's got like screenshots from the 8chan list and like zoom-ins and highlights. It's fucking weird. It's fucking weird. It's so weird.
My crush. He said he didn't, but I think he did.
But I think he did. And everybody's like, yeah, he definitely did. Like, why would you believe?
It just
Why
ends
would you believe that?
with a big close-up of what do you think, and then he pauses the video for questions.
He went home with the girl. Coincidence? I'll let you decide.
Only you can unravel this mystery. If you have any tips, call my cell phone. And then the number flashes
Like
on the
John
screen.
Walsh, America's Most Wanted. America's Most Dick Move.
Tonight on Unsolved Fucking, my girlfriend and Dick.
I don't know if this is sad or pathetic or what.
It's both. It's all of the above.
It is.
It's definitely both.
Well, so,
It's a good lesson.
It must have been good pussy if he was still that like hung up on it.
I don't know.
was it
I'm
worth
just glad
it?
I didn't get acid thrown in my face.
Tell me that. Was the pussy worth losing your business?
What's that?
Was the pussy worth losing your business over?
Look, that's the wrong way to look at it.
That is definitely the wrong way to look at it.
The way I look at it is you just got to do what you want to do. You cannot let people, once you start letting people manipulate your behavior with like the carrot and the stick, you know, like, oh, if you do this or else, you know, I'll shut this. Embarrass yourself in this way, humiliate yourself in this way, or else you'll lose this opportunity. You feel like less of a fucking man. And I
Okay,
don't.
no, I get you. I just want to know, like, was she a good one?
Oh, fuck, yes. Oh, my God, yes. And then...
That's all I wanted.
Oh, yeah, yes. In many ways.
That's great.
And then after that, the Patreon, like the Dick Show Patreon just exploded. So I was like, oh. Well,
How did you manage that? How did it explode so fast?
that was just people.
I was gonna ask. You make a lot of money on Patreon. You're obviously more. Well, I don't know if you're more. I don't know how statistics, but you're very successful. I don't know how much Maddox makes, not how successful he is, but obviously we never hear his name. No one ever told us to get Maddox on the show.
He's less than Dick. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. We had many requests for you, and we didn't even know you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Don't take this the wrong way, but we
don't.
Yeah, Dick. I'll
lot of
be
the
honest.
guests.
Go ahead, Kai.
A lot of the guests that we have on, we usually hear for the first time from our fans, and then we check them out, and if they're cool looking, kind of, sort of, we have them on.
Yeah.
You seem to have really outgrown Maddox. How did you manage to do all that? You make a lot on Patreon. Give us your secret formula. Do I have to fuck a hot chick? Do I have to fuck Charlie's wife?
I think...
And also, before you get into that, because I want to... Yeah, she's the key to success. I want to work another small question into that because I think it goes with it.
Yeah.
So, all of that with you going up, also, why do you think Maddox is really waning right now as well?
Okay, I think they're related. So, the success, the only thing I can credit that for is all the people who donate to the Patreon. Like, I don't know why each one of them has made that decision, but it's obviously changed my life. So, thank you to all of them. What I think happened in this last year or two is everything got really fake and fucked and annoying. Like, just for me personally, it's hard to watch anything anymore because there's always got to be this political angle. Like, everything seems like processed food anymore. It's just not funny, and I feel like I know the opinions. Even regular people, like even regular family and friends, there's talking to me. I think you're just repeating something that you heard on Facebook. Like this interaction isn't even real anymore. So I try to keep the show to that. If that has anything to do with its success, I hope that's it. Because I don't think there's a lot of that. There's not like just people sitting down and being honest about what they think. And it's hard to do because you think like you want to say something because you want to look a certain way, but in reality, we're all pieces of shit inside. And I think admitting that is cathartic for people. I hope it's cathartic because it's fun for me.
So would you say Maddox has kind of gone the opposite direction and now he plays towards the fake people? Is that...
Yeah, he's as soon as when the Trump stuff started, like his topics on the show were like racial wealth inequality, like shit that he has no, like he plays fucking video games and hits on female fans on Facebook all day. He doesn't fucking know anything about racial inequality. It's like appealing so hard to the left or right, I think is not funny. So if you're funny, don't do that. You know?
I think he also in recent times has gotten really nitpicky. Like he used to when he wrote stuff and kind of even in the beginning of when he started doing videos, they were on topics that were things either people didn't really think about or things that no one really talked passionately about on one side or the other. But now, like, I watched some of his videos and some of them are like, I hate stories in video games.
He's definitely reaching at this point.
He's reaching. He doesn't have any material anymore.
I mean, that's what happens if you don't do anything. Like, if you don't do anything in life, you just start regurgitating the same shit because you haven't had any experiences in 10 years. Mm-hmm. Like, that's that. You have no...
the same shit, though, Dick. Like, he's legitimately unimaginative in some things. Like, I think his shtick is that he hates everything. But he's not good at it because at some point he had to stoop so low as to hate on washing machines and all that sort of stuff.
Washing machines?
Like,
what the hell?
My clothes get too clean.
I don't know if it was an article or a video, but one of the items was legitimately, oh, I hate dishwashers. Why?
I'll tell you what,
Are you
because
stupid?
they caused feminism. That's why. Dishwashers and washing machines directly are the direct cause of feminism.
I,
was onto something
I
the
guess
whole
I didn't
time.
study up on my feminist studies. I don't know how dishwashers cost.
Because as soon as chicks had nothing, as soon as they didn't have to wash like 10 hours of clothes and dishes all day, then they just wanted jobs. They wanted to vote. They wanted all this extra shit.
This, would like to reiterate, this source is Dick Masterson, host of the
Yeah, there
website
you go.
menarbetterthanwomen.com.
Yeah, I'll do a Dr. Phil at this point. You are 100% serious, Dick, right?
Yeah.
Well, I don't get. They could just get jobs building washing machines. That always works.
Jackson, you've just reinvented the entire culture of America.
You're a
done it.
brilliant faggot.
That's fucking...
That was again Dick Masterson at.
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Like it happened to a lot of comedians, in my opinion. They just went hard left politically because, well, I don't know why. I don't know a lot of like conservative right-leaning guys who get to be on TV. Who seem to get the axe immediately. So everybody, all these comedians went left thinking that's where the money is, and I just don't think it is.
Do you think that's why Maddox did it, or do you think he actually believes the stuff he says?
I don't know if I think there's a difference. Eventually, the things you say are
Goddamn.
what you believe. Like it's like when a guy starts dating a chick that warps their mind. It's because they start saying things to make her happy being around her, and then they just start internalizing it.
Yeah, start believing it. The more you say it, the more you believe it.
Yeah.
Point.
So be
Fake it
fucking
till you make
careful
it,
what you
baby.
say. Totally.
But it has to start with one of the two. Which one do you think it started with him?
I don't know. I don't know if I can give you a good answer to that. What do you think?
Maybe when you fucked the girl, it
think
just
he believes
awoke
it.
something deep inside him.
Yeah.
Primal.
He evolved. He went to the next level.
The inner cuck escaped.
So, Dick, we got a small chunk of time left before our hour-ish is up. If you want to, I'm assuming that you're talking about Maddox and all this shit left and right and up and down. If there's any other pressing topics that you really want to discuss, please, by all means.
I mean, let me see. What did I talk about in my last episode? Soft water. You guys fans of soft water? Feels like you're showering in a. It's. Oh, you're lucky. You're hard. Soft water is this. People will install these filters where it feels like you're showering in a bukkake machine.
Oh man, I didn't know I
you've
wanted
ever
something
feel
until
like?
now.
Going on
like just
Amazon now.
Slime
really.
constantly.
How
Like,
could I be
like,
so
don't-
ignorant?
It's disgusting.
Yeah, who could want that? Hang on, I gotta Google some real quick.
Get yourself a soft water filter if you want to change your life.
What does a bukkake feel like? What do you mean?
Well,
It
Jackson.
feels like you're getting. It feels like it's. None of you guys have soft. It feels like you have slime all over your body. Like it turns your
Oh, so
water
it's just like
into
really. Oh,
slime.
I get it. So it's sticky.
Oh, I'm
It's
disgusted.
so it's sticky water, basically.
It's sticky water. It's terrible.
I thought it was raw water. Are you familiar with the raw water trend that's going on?
What's that? What's raw water?
It's this horrible trend going on. I think it's really only big with like the higher up people. The guy who invented the juicero just started promoting it, but basically they get water from these really sketchy places that just kind of take water, they don't treat it, they don't remove any of the living organisms in the water, and then they fast on that for like a week. And I have no doubt, and I'm sitting here waiting each and every day for the cholera outbreak to start, because that's going to be incredibly
Jesus.
entertaining.
Oh yeah,
Not even
Charlie.
good.
They're
That's
doing that. They're making a new movement for raw milk as well now. They're trying to
People are
get like
retarded.
unpasteurized, unprocessed milk in stores,
Well,
which can
raw
get you
milk
really fucking
is-
sick.
Raw milk is at least there's some arguments you could make for even if they're wrong about raw water. Even Bear Grylls filters his fucking water. If Bear Grylls won't drink it, I won't. The man drinks piss out of a snake carcass. I have some standards.
I think that's a pretty good measurement to go on. If Bear Grylls will do this, then it must be at least kind of safe.
So does Bear Grylls listen to Maddox?
You know, we got to find like the perfect mixture of self-harming new age trends to wipe all of those people out.
Oh
The
man.
anti-vaxxing was pretty good. If only anti-vaccinations didn't hurt other innocent kids, like with that whole herd immunization thing, it
Yeah.
would have been perfect. It would have been perfect.
That was the ticket.
Have you
Yeah.
have you seen those prank images that people circulate on Facebook and message boards that they follow a new trend that comes out? Like a big one was the new iPhone. They make it look just like an Apple release, and it says like the new iPhone can charge in your microwave.
Yeah.
And they'll like set it to this specific heat and only put it on for 2 minutes or less, but leave the battery in because it'll charge from the radiation. And it's like,
I love that.
oh man,
4chan again. Oh, your new iPhone is waterproof.
yeah,
Put it in the sink.
too.
Oh man,
That's what we need is resist Trump, swallow hot lead. That's what we need, really.
God, those are really good. Do you guys remember the build your own cooler, but it turns out you just poison yourself with it?
Yep.
No,
a
what was
classic.
that?
They had this like if you don't want to go buy a fan and you want to cool down in your apartment or whatever, you
Sure.
get like a empty water cooler, and then there's a little procedure to it, but basically what it does is it slowly gives you carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yeah. There's another good
Yeah.
one where they tell you how to make your own crystals and diamonds.
I love that one.
That one's a
and,
good- that one's
and
a good one.
literally all you do is make mustard gas and breathe it through a
Yeah.
straw.
It's one of the best ones.
That's
See,
one
this
of the
is
classics.
this is comedy. That's funny.
There's another classic one where you take a spoon and you duct tape it to your hand and you heat it with a lighter until it glows and then put it under a super cold faucet. And people say
Oh,
that
yeah,
like
it
you can
shatters.
warp the metal, but it fucking shatters and it's taped to your hand so you can't get it off. It's fucking
It's like a hand
awful.
grenade.
Pretty much.
Did you ever see that there was an app that some dude wrote that it was like a global contest of who could throw their iPhone up into the air?
Oh
the
yeah,
highest?
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
There was an app.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're like, "Why? What would possess you to make this app?" And the guy's like, "I wanted people to destroy their fucking iPhones."
I think there's a list out there of like the only apps from iPhone that have been banned for not being offensive or against policy or whatever. There's ones like that. There's a couple of that, and then there's one where a guy made an iPhone app called I'm Rich, where it cost it did nothing but put a wallpaper on your phone that said I'm rich, and it cost $100,000 in the app store.
Yeah.
He got to sell it
like
to
a-
6 people before they took it down.
Oh, why would they take that down?
I don't
Yeah,
know. They
why,
said,
actually, why?
I don't know. They said it was like against their policy or their ethics or some shit. But the guy,
I mean,
he
they get
made
a cut of the
600
money.
I know, but he made $600,000 roughly before they took that shit down.
That's
That's
so
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 people could have a
sad.
wallpaper.
It was just a gold wallpaper. It was really cool.
Yeah, it was really fucking great.
I took out a second loan for that.
I'm still every single day of my life I wake up in a cold sweat trying to think what's the next big app store scam? What's the next big piece of shit that people will go crazy for?
I wake up every day and check the Bitcoin chart and just
Oh.
go, "Oh, please God, don't go! Like, please don't go up anymore. Just crater and bankrupt all these people, please. So I don't have to think about all the Bitcoins I could have bought for the rest of my fucking life. They're gonna be the baseball cards of our generation when we're 80 years old."
Yep.
And the Bitcoins are like $2 billion a piece. It's gonna be, oh, I had one whole Bitcoin on a hard drive when I was a kid.
How much would you have loved to be back in 2008 where people are telling stories of like, yeah, I got a pizza and I tipped the delivery boy 10 Bitcoins.
Yeah.
Just that fucking
God.
shit. That upsets me more than anything.
Makes me
I love to
sick.
be that pizza boy.
I would
Really?
Yeah,
never
fuck
be.
yeah.
I wouldn't be able to live with myself. Like the pizza store you're telling, it was 10,000 bitcoins. That's over.
Oh, it was
100
10,000?
It was 10,000 bitcoins for 2
Jesus.
What's that?
pizzas.
$30 million now?
It's
$40 million?
It's $100 million.
Oh God! There was a guy who
Ugh.
wrote in to my show, telling me about bitcoins. Guy had 180 bitcoins
Jesus
that he
Christ.
sold at like $10 because he needed the money. He bought. I was
Heartbreaking.
like, dude, how are you? Like, why don't you kill yourself, man? How do you? You're like the guy that went on tour with the Beatles for like one weekend. How are you ever gonna live up to that?
He had 180 Bitcoins, you said?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
doing a rough estimate, he would have had about $684,000 now if he kept them. Roughly.
Well, I got good
That's
news
about
for you, though,
1
Dick.
million Australian dollars.
Bitcoin train, it may well have passed, but I don't know if you've heard of this one. Sia coin's on the rise. It's coming.
Seer
Damn it,
coins?
Charlie, you're falling for fucking meme coins.
It's not a goddamn meme
They're
coin.
a scam, Charlie.
I have 48,000 Sia coin. Goddammit, Andrew. It's gonna take off one
And
day.
you're gonna always have 48,000 Sia coin because it's gonna say Sia to the money you paid for it.
One day, Andrew. One.
You guys should make your own
fucking
coins.
That's you
wanted to
are a
make
fucking
Dickles.
genius.
No, I've been
ICO
looking
tomorrow.
at
On our Patreon.
how. Yeah, you can do it. No, you have to trade. Like, there's a service. It's based on Ethereum where you pop on and plug some Ethereum in, and it'll generate you a coin. You just say like how many you need. I was looking to make some
baby.
dickles
That's
for the show, but I
amazing.
couldn't think of a funny thing to do with them.
Some dickles.
Yeah, like nickels.
I like
Dickles,
that.
that's great.
I'd buy into that.
Dickles,
I'd buy into that
nickels.
currency.
Maybe we should do it. Then we could have an economy of warring coins going off of each other.
We
Oh,
could have
let's do
literal
it.
money fights. Be amazing.
Oh,
Collaboration is fun.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
All right, we should start wrapping up because I gotta
Yeah,
go.
we're probably doing good
Yeah,
on
that's,
time.
That's fine then. Yeah. Really appreciate you coming on, Dick. If there's anything you want to shout out, promote, by all means, take the
Thanks
stage.
for having me. I got thedickshow.com or dick.show, patreon.com/thedickshow. I'm doing a live show in LA October 13th. So if you live in
I'll
LA,
see you there.
yeah, oh yeah, come on out. It's gonna be we're gonna have a good time. Somebody's getting the logo tattooed on their neck.
Oh, fucking hell.
I got some twin fitness
the same
models.
chick from before, she's coming out.
No, I should hit her up though.
Yeah, you
know
should.
What happened to her?
Check if Maddox fucked her first.
There you go. That's it. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you for coming on.
No,
Appreciate
we
it, man.
really appreciate it.
Really nice meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
All right, well, big thanks, big ups, big props to our Patreons. Dick is not the only one with a success story from Patreon. We respect and love each and every one of you giving us our fucking nice money, keeping this
How
show
dare you make
afloat.
us number 2?
Link in the description if you want to join that Patreon. We also have great old merch like fucking shirts that you can wear, and it's amazing. Some other fun stuff to check out. And thanks for listening to this episode.
We'll see you next week.
I got to meet the
All
pariah from my middle school class. That's awesome.
Goodbye, friends.
See you, everyone.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
One.
Mine was the
great.
best.
Ooh.
As I
That was nice.
clapped,
Oh.
Cosmic Ostrich just subscribed with Twitch Prime on our Twitch channel at Twitch TV/the official channel.
So,
yes.
for the sake of levity and to not completely destroy our talk discussions, we've turned off audio on the donations and subs. But if you look in the
But
corner,
we'll turn them back on if we get enough donations.
Well,
no,
yeah,
we
God,
won't.
God forbid we interrupt this flow of talk we have going here where the first sentence was about the Twitch chat.
But you if you want to contribute, your name will still show up on screen if that makes you feel any better.
Thank you,
But
Holy
not the
Hellbound.
episode.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, we're gonna have the same visuals for the episode. The audio
Okay.
will show up in the episode, but not the visuals.
This whole
What the fuck their suggestions are and how they feel about jokes. This is weird. I don't like this. I hate this.
it's almost like a live stream.
They're gonna
It's the
be
worst.
So when do we intro this?
Welcome to this week's official live stream podcast episode. If you're watching this now, like when it comes out, then you should have come and joined us over at Twitch to watch this live. We're going to do it each week now, every week at the same
Oh,
time.
fuck
We're gonna live
off.
stream episode. Oh, sorry.
Suck my
We're not going to
dick.
do that. We're going to go back to pre-recorded. We're already not enjoying this.
I am.
We'll see you next week.
Well, hey,
Hey.
all right. So, I mean, guys, it was either we did this or we did Divinity. So, which one do you prefer?
The decision was
Charlie was,
easy for
almost,
me.
Charlie was tying the knot
Wait, I had a choice?
when we mentioned Divinity. Yeah, I want to do Divinity.
Well, speaking of
we did
baloney,
Divinity. So we're doing this now. How is everybody? How has their week's been?
uneventful for me. I have a toothache.
I heard you went to the dentist. What happened?
Oh, you did go to the dentist.
I did go to the dentist. I've had a very red mark on my gums, so I went to the dentist, who also happens to be my cousin. Shout out to Pat. And he looked at it, and he gave me a little regimen to follow, but now it's making the tooth on the opposite side of my mouth hurt.
Regimen to follow? Are you working out your gums? What are you doing?
Yeah. 3
Charlie, I
sets
want
of
you to
5
do some,
teeth
do
curl
some
ups.
sit-ups, do some push-ups. Eventually, you won't even notice your tooth hurts because you'll be getting swole.
So
it's
what seems to be the problem? I thought you had your wisdom teeth out.
No, I have 3 out of 4 of my wisdom teeth. One of them was giving me a run for my money there, just roughing me up, so I had that bad boy extracted at the rendezvous.
You did the
How was
same
that?
thing I did.
How was that extracted? Was it painful?
No, it was fine. The wisdom tooth
I've
extraction
heard
was
wisdom
fine.
teeth are super painful to
Don't you
extract.
feel off balance having just 1 out of 4 out? Can you still walk straight? Did you have to
Yeah,
readjust?
I had
Why
to
not
I
just
do
get all the others
adjust.
removed? They're useless.
I mean, but it's also a lot of money and it's quite a bit of a recovery period after getting them removed. It's not worth it.
So it did hurt. You just said it didn't hurt.
Well, no, it wasn't bad. Like it wasn't that bad. They just gave me like some local anesthetic and then just kind of yanked it out. But it takes a long time before you can eat like solid foods and ass again.
Have you
Alright,
guys
well,
never
yeah.
had your tonsils? Have you never had your wisdom teeth pulled out?
No, not yet. I
Wow.
would just, if I had them all, I'd just get them all removed immediately.
Now, Charlie,
get
you
over
went
and done with.
local. You didn't get put under.
No, I always do local. I really don't like getting put under.
Why not?
Why not?
How often has it happened that you developed a distaste for it?
Well, when I was a kid, I had quite a bit of surgery for my ears and shit, and I'd always have such a negative reaction to the general anesthesia, so I'd always
Were you
wake up
like
extremely sick.
Boy in the bubble? Yeah, what surgeries?
No, I
Are you
told you that.
mutant?
No, well, no, not like Logan or anything. I wasn't bred to be like a giant virgin in a lab or anything. But when I was a
So
kid,
you say, but
when I was a
bred
kid,
to be a Chad, the perfect Chad.
my elementary school had like those state-sponsored like hearing tests and stuff, and I'd fail. It was just an abominable failure. So I went to the doctors, and they gave me like little tubes to put in there. And I told this story on a podcast once because when I got the tubes taken out via surgery, they also circumcised me.
what?
Accidentally.
Oops, my knife slipped.
I definitely told that before.
Are you sure this wasn't just a ruse by your mom or something? Like, yeah, tell him his ears are fucked up and cut that foreskin off, for God's sake.
No,
Wait,
I know for
So
a
Charlie, you're
Wait, how old
circumcised.
were you?
I like 19, 20, somewhere in that ballpark.
You got circumcised at 20?
I'm fucking kidding, Andrew. No, I was a kid. The whole
No,
story was prefaced
no,
as
you
a
told
kid.
me this in confidence. You and me, we had just gotten done getting Subway, and we were sitting in the car on the edge of the cliff, like in those teen movies, and you said, Andrew, you remember what I got circumcised? And I said, no. And you were like, I told you this. It's all coming back to me, Charlie. Don't fucking lie to these people.
What was your question, Jackson?
Are you circumcised? I want to know if we're twins.
Yeah, no, I'm
How'd
Just
you
said
do-
he is. What
I
do you
am,
think
yeah.
that meant?
Well, I thought, I don't know if it's a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. I've told this story before because I know distinctly because I told the story where I was playing basketball. Actually, it might have just been you, Kaya. Where I was playing basketball when I was a kid,
Right.
and I still had my foreskin, so I started pushing the head of my penis inside, but then it wouldn't come out.
I don't remember
no.
this.
When we were-
Sorry at all.
Okay.
I don't see the relation to basketball. I don't.
Okay,
I
I'll just
didn't
tell
know
that.
that foreskin
Ever since he got
somehow-
circumcised, he can never dunk the same way.
I'll just tell the story again.
I
Then.
didn't
It was
know it impeded
tell
your
it again.
dunks. Yeah.
well, Kaya.
Oh,
when we,
fuck.
What?
Thanks a lot, Kaya. We got the initiating moisture noise. You fucked up.
Well.
That's fine. Moisture's
That's
been
a tip.
initiated.
Everyone tip to hear that noise.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, but Kaya, I remember now. It was when we were playing, when we were talking about our masturbatory stories. You had just told the one where you like passed out in the shower or something, masturbating.
Uh-huh.
I told the story where when I was a kid, I played basketball, and I was still uncircumcised at the time. And you like when you're uncircumcised and a kid, you can kind of push the tip of your penis like well down your shaft. So I used to do that a lot. And I was doing that on the bench, and when I got on the court, it wouldn't come out, so I just started fiddling with my balls the entire fucking time I was on that court.
How old are
Oh,
you at this time?
yeah.
Who fondles with his dick
last
in
week.
playing basketball?
Like, I was like 7 or 8 years old. I mean, it's not like I was a star player, like one-handed with the ball,
Yeah, no,
just
I-
playing with my balls in the
When-
other hand.
I thought
When
it was
did
like
you
high
actually?
school.
That basketball game, I deeply disturbed the parents there, I imagine.
Somebody circumcise that boy, quick!
He's pushing his penis head inside and out.
He's turtle shelling. Get him.
circumcised, Andrew? I would imagine you are.
Yeah, I was from birth.
You're so interested, Jackson.
Are you?
Of course
they
I am.
circumcise them too? Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Well, no,
wanna
actually,
get
well, no,
sand
I'm
stuck in
curious. I thought they didn't do that in Turkey.
Are you stupid? It's a
I thought they just
Muslim
stopped with
Jewish
the stuff.
tradition.
Okay, maybe I am super stupid.
Yeah, no, don't worry. Everyone here is super circumcised.
we're all
You get
circumcised
mega
too.
made fun of if you aren't.
So no one here is rocking a turtle's neck then.
Not anymore.
Nah.
Charlie sounds sad about
Yeah.
it.
Well, it was kind of fun.
You used to hide the basketball in there.
Charlie lost one of his favorite hobbies that day.
Knitting with foreskin.
G'd be on the playground. Does anyone want to play Yu-Gi-Oh or with my foreskin?
What are the downsides to having a circumcised penis?
Oh god,
there's
don't
only
open that
benefits.
can of
Yeah,
worms. There's
we-
like a never-ending debate on the internet about whether or not being cut or uncut is better.
Oh, God.
Well, which is it? Which feels better?
Oh, Jesus,
Do you
Jackson.
lose feelings? I don't wanna know.
I didn't really. I
Jackson,
didn't get a
if we're
whole lot
really-
of use out of my uncircumcised member.
If we're diving down the rabbit hole of the thousands of hours of research I've done, most of it says it does not make a difference. There's a small vocal minority that are like, oh, I can't fucking come now that I'm cut, but the vast majority of research is
Well,
now that I'm
it
aware.
is sort of a cult thing.
Well, it is actually. It was a religious bullshit thing started by Kellogg's in America.
I'm just trying to understand why.
I'm not kidding. That is not a joke. Robert
And I'm
Kellogg.
pretty sure it existed in religion before Kellogg's.
No, but circumcision only made a big comeback in the 50s after Kellogg preached it as a way to stop masturbation. I am dead
Oh,
fucking
that's
serious.
true,
Look
yeah.
that up. Yeah. The masturbation in
you-
America is one of the weirdest goddamn things in the world.
I thought you meant they invented it, which is
Oh,
not
no,
true.
no, not at all. No. No. But yeah, no, Kellogg in the 50s was like, everyone's jacking off too much. How can I stop this? Everyone cut your dick and eat cornflakes. He was a I love
A visionary.
Kellogg.
Yeah.
He's an amazingly interesting specimen. If anyone wants to do a good history book report for like their 8th grade English class, please, Kellogg. I don't know if his name's Robert. I think it is. He's an
No, I
amazing
can't stop
individual.
jacking off to cornflakes though. It's a real issue.
Every time I masturbate, though, I get angry. I just do it to spite Kellogg. Like, you didn't stop me.
I do it
See
for
what they
the
got
original
cardboard.
reason to uphold my covenants with God so he doesn't flood the earth again. That's where circumcision comes from.
So
I
everyone.
just don't understand why my parents did it to me.
They didn't have the earth
Is-
flood. What is it called?
They're not religious.
Is
Isn't
your
it
dad
only-
circumcised?
I don't think you'd like it very much, Jackson.
No,
I
I'm
don't
serious. Is he? That's probably why they did it
I'll get back to you next week.
then. Well, Jackson, this is your
Gather
chance to
some
break
data.
the cycle.
Yeah.
I can't uncircumcise my penis.
No,
Oh, fuck that. My
if
kid's getting
you-
circumcised. I want to be like me.
You must suffer like I have.
You could get like a reverse circumcision and get a skin graft from like your butt cheeks to your penis.
The only thing I've seen,
Maybe my mom's circumcised.
the only thing I've seen relative like that is there are guides on how to like pull your penis enough to get your foreskin back.
Yeah,
Heard
it
of that?
only works since,
It-
I mean,
yeah.
it makes sense. Skin is flexible or stretchy.
Yeah.
It's probably not
wonder
worth
how
the
far-
effort, though.
Well, I'm wondering how far people go. Like, do they hide things in there?
I guess it depends how deep it is.
Yeah, come on.
Things in there.
From the recommended videos on Pornhub that I always see, yeah. Like fruit and everything.
Why do they recommend that to you?
Yeah. Kaya's been researching how to grow his foreskin back.
No, just how to hide fruit in there like a hamster's cheek.
That'd be the greatest heist through an airport security.
That's a
in the
great
world.
image.
Yeah. The only one that
Or
I've
a hamster's
seen,
penis.
the only one that I've seen is the guy who hides his turtle in there. Have you seen that?
I haven't
awesome.
seen that.
No.
There's a
Wait,
guy who
hides
was
a turtle in his penis.
he had like a blog or something, and he just put a couple photos on there, and he's like, "This is my pet turtle." And he loves my foreskin because it's warm. And the next photo is him putting the whole fucking turtle inside his foreskin.
Nice excuse, it's warm. Slimy,
And
so
like,
great.
like the little turtle pokes its head out the front. It looks like the head of his penis is a turtle's head. It's really cute.
The poor thing.
Cute, yeah, that's the word.
He was just doing it for the sake of the turtle. It was warm in there for him.
Mm-hmm.
No, it probably would be. I mean, body heat. If you could make a house out of foreskin, would it be warm?
Probably.
No, well, maybe too warm. I mean, the reason our balls are on the outside is because inside the body they would be too warm.
Yep.
So there seems to be some dispute between your balls and your body heat.
Well, I mean, one thing people forget is normal body temperature is 98 to 96 degrees, and that's fucking hot.
That is hot.
Yeah.
Almost as hot as the sun.
That's why when you poop, like not in a toilet, like you do it outside, and it's cold, it's all steamy.
I didn't know that.
You didn't know that? That's why it steams, because it's super fucking hot.
How did you know that? Yeah, not know that. It's warm poo in the cold and on ice.
I guess it's just
coffee
been too
steams.
long since I've seen someone drop a nice steaming loaf in the snow.
Okay, no, that's not what I mean. Like, everything that is warmer than the snow will steam outside.
I guess I just wasn't connecting mental dots of hot poop and cold snow.
That's the name of my next album, Hot Poop and Cold Snow.
Sounds like Pink Floyd.
Yeah, Kaya, it does sound like Pink Floyd. After Dark Side of the Moon and Wish You Were Here comes Hot Poop and Cold Snow.
The next natural album.
Oh, they are hot poop.
Can we start saying warm poop instead of hot poop? You're waiting.
Oh, so warm poop is more palpable than hot poop.
Yeah, sure, man.
Yeah, we'll switch it up for you. We wouldn't want you getting uncomfortable here.
Yeah, really. In this PG-13 podcast. Yeah.
Mm.
So, if we're moving on to topics, I think it's time for everyone's favorite segment. Everyone comes from miles around. It's Andrew's video game vaccinations. And this week's episode, let's all talk about Cuphead and why it's the greatest game ever made.
I did it wrong, yeah. You want to go. Does anyone want to talk about games? And then you just interject
Oh,
your
yeah.
opinion.
Does anyone want to talk about games? No? Well, I have something.
A classic segue.
So all four of us are playing Cuphead, yeah?
I beat it.
Yeah.
I don't mean to flex really hard, but yeah, I beat it.
Oh. Did you get straight A's though, Charlie?
No, I didn't get straight A's. My report card was lackluster. Still on a roll, but wasn't straight A's.
I'm gonna go for all A's. A pluses. I'm gonna go back through it.
I think I might do that. I'm kind of balancing doing well and actually beating the game, but I started it 2 hours ago, so I didn't get that far.
Are
I
you
love
on
it,
World
though.
2 yet?
No, but I've beaten every boss but one in the first world.
Have you beat the flower one? The flower one, fuck.
I have not. I have not.
I like that one.
I like them all, but the flower one.
I like the
There's
airplane
only-
chick.
There was only one boss that I thought was really just kind of unfair, and one that pretty much everyone gets stuck on is the Beppo the Clown, which is the roller coaster clown in
fuck
World
that
2.
guy.
Everything
Yeah,
else is
There's an element of randomness involved where you can get fucked through no fault of your own. I hated that guy. I'm pretty sure he doubled my death. After that, I kind of had enough of the game, so now I'm taking like a day's break from it.
Well, how about you, Andrew? What do you think of Beppo the Clown?
I have not gotten that far yet. I'm sorry. I have no
Are you
opinion.
excited to meet Beppo?
Well, his name is Beppo. Of course I'm excited.
I thought his name was Benny the Clown.
No, it's Beppo. Beppo.
It.
You guys familiar with that old human behavior experiment with the clown, Beppo?
Yep, I am. Yep, and that's where the Rugrats clown got its name.
That's right, yeah.
Yep, I'm familiar with it.
You were
Tell
ready
the
for
folks
the
at
pop-
home.
Yeah. And me.
So I can't remember who did this experiment, but there was this inflatable clown, and he took two groups of children. One of them, he just let them in there with the clown to just kind of do whatever and see how they react. Then the other group, he beat up the clown and then left, and then all the children in the room started beating up the clown. The purpose was to show that aggression is a learned behavior or something to that extent.
Yeah.
Hey, no shit.
Yeah. It was ground.
Well, I mean, it was,
you wouldn't
it was
have known
back
that
in, like,
until
the,
then.
It was like in the 30s. This was when psychology was finally actually becoming something people did.
Oh, this was when before human psychology existed.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
he
a
was-
little bit, in a way, yes.
Socrates did this. He also invented the clown that day.
You mean the clown?
He put makeup on his face and was like,
The loincloth.
No, wait, were clowns called cloyns?
No, that's
Did that movie lie to me?
maybe in Australia.
yeah. That was a lie, Jackson. They were never clones.
Cloyns.
I believe that horror movie. Well, I watched a horror movie the other night called Clowns. And they tried to explain the origins of clowns, but as the
Well,
being cloyns.
You see, that
and
was
they
a
get in
movie,
mountains.
Jackson. Not a
I thought it was
documentary.
a documentary.
That's such a
damn.
shit movie.
Damn,
It was
it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was awful.
it was
But
really
I really
bad.
like that bit. I like the cloyne bit. Fuck you. I think they're still cloyns. I'm looking this up.
Cloyns.
I don't think they were ever.
Why would they
clones.
lie about that?
Clown loins. Cloyns.
I mean,
Clones.
God forbid they try to tell a horror story by making up something.
Cloyne.
What about you, Jackson? Andrew? Where do you stand on the cloyne versus clown debate?
I think that they're called clowns, and until someone shows me proof that that's not what they're called, I'm gonna call everyone an idiot who thinks they're called cloyns.
I mean, they're not called clones anymore. The origin in the movie Jackson's citing for his MLA paper here is the horror movie gives a backstory of clowns being like these demons that would lure and eat children.
Yeah.
Well, it was just one demon that used the suit to, I don't know, take over the next body and
Well-
turn them into a cloyne.
Yeah.
You mean a clown?
Well, at that point in time, yes, they would be called clowns. But back in the good old days, they were clones.
There's different eras in the history of clowns. There's the cloyne period, then the clown period.
Ah, yes.
Soon we'll be in the Chloe period.
The Cloyne Wars.
Star Wars Clone Wars. Bunch of Star Wars fucking battle troopers honking and throwing pies. I'd watch that.
God damn it! Why did that movie get me?
What, Star
Usually
Wars?
no, yeah, Star Wars got me too though. No, the coin thing. Why did that get me?
Get you how? Like on an
I
emotional
don't know.
level?
They said it with such confidence. I guess.
The acting was so good, I was convinced.
They had pictures and everything. from
Jackson,
a
it's
old
okay.
book.
It's okay. When I first saw Mad Max, Charlize Theron was so convincing. I thought this was a documentary.
Suri Stallone?
Charlize Theron, I stuttered.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you made her into like.
You're such a cloyne, Andrew.
Such a disgusting insult.
It is. It sounds dirty. Cloyne.
It
Doesn't
sounds
sound good.
dirty and degrading, but not in a good way.
Yeah.
Like sounds like you have circumcised penis.
I do.
Look at those filthy cloynes over there.
Sounds like something you hear in Bioshock.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Charlie, give us a mobster's ragtime insulting cloynes. Do it.
You filthy cloyne.
Perfect delivery. I believe it.
Now,
full-heartedly
now do it
again.
like you didn't just wake up.
Shitty cloyne.
Why'd you giggle at the end of that?
I'm sorry, it was so mean. We're trying to be a G-rated Christian podcast. It was mean. To any cloynes out there, I didn't mean to offend.
Yeah, if there are any cloynes watching, you're welcome to come on the podcast and defend your species.
This should be a new movement. Let's change the word clown. Shit,
No.
I'm stuttering
No,
now.
I like the
Yeah,
word
clowns.
clown. Clown's a good
Clowns
word.
are now cloynes. Cloynes. I'm
The
referring to them
movement
as
should be
cloynes.
insulting you because that's a dumb name.
It's a really
Cloynes.
bad name.
It's not. What? It's got a Y in it. That's so cool.
It's a stupid name. It's like if Smurfs had a currency, like coins.
They do. It's called Smurfs.
Is it? Wait, that
Pennywise
would just be
is coins.
slavery then.
Cloynes.
I love it.
Cloynes.
That movie did a lot of things wrong, but cloyne wasn't one of them.
What did you think was wrong with the movie, Jackson?
What movie
Oh,
was it
everything else,
anyway?
though. I mean, it was funny. It was funny to watch. I actually enjoyed
What's the
watching
movie?
Clown.
it. Yeah. No, cloyne. Jesus.
What, it's actually called
It's-
Cloyne?
Yeah. Well, it's
No,
called
it's called
Clown.
clown. But it's cloyne. You pronounce it cloyne.
How
Everyone in the fan circle is
How do you spell the fucking poster?
Yeah.
Well, it's got a
Clown.
W in there, but once you watch the movie, you'll start referring to it as cloyne as well. Basically, it's a movie about this like stay-at-home dad. Well, not really stay-at-home. He's married, but he's pathetic, and so he goes to this warehouse basically, or a house anyway, an abandoned house, puts on an old antique style clown suit, and then it takes over his body, basically like Mask. You know that movie with
Jim Carrey.
what's his name? Yeah, Jim
Yeah.
Carrey. Like that movie where it takes over his body and then he turns into this evil clown and starts eating kids, basically.
This looks...
He becomes the cloyne.
So it's one movie that tried to cash in on It. Like, did it come out when It was popular?
Oh no! This
First
was
This-
like 4 years ago.
Ah,
at
wow.
say.
I'm sorry.
No, I think it was like a 2016 movie.
Oh no, it's 2014. Drama
Well,
fantasy.
that's 3 years.
Yeah. That is 48% of Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a slip
It wasn't
mask.
scary or anything. It was
The thumbnail of the trailer on Rotten Tomatoes is of a woman with medical tonsils removing a clown nose from a man. Like she's a nurse and she's removing a clown nose.
he couldn't get it off, and then he like tears off his entire nose.
He
with
grafted
it.
to his skin.
I love how deceptively simple the synopsis of the movie is. A loving father finds a clown suit for his son's birthday party, only to realize it's cursed.
Well, no, he didn't realize it was bad.
That's what it
until-
says, Jackson. That's the entire
Until too
synopsis.
It's also the entire movie.
It stars Andy Powers. He's in a Eastern movie,
Charlie, you remember the when he's in that motel and the little boy keeps knocking his door like 6 times? He was desperate to be eaten.
I
love
know.
that
He was
scene.
asking to be eaten.
I know.
A lot of kids get
It was a
killed in
funny
that
movie.
movie.
Oh, perfect.
At least 5.
I'll make it my manifesto.
Yeah, you just gotta watch that. Cloyne, I mean, Cloyne.
Classic.
Circle.
Ooh!
Circle's great.
Oh!
This again.
Oh!
Why did you dislike it, Kaya?
We already talked about that.
Yeah, we touched on it.
I forgot. Why do you dislike it? Just briefly.
I didn't hate it. I don't know. It just wasn't that good. Just 20 people standing in a room and then they all die one
15.
by one.
To
Boring
give him
reasons.
credit, to give Kaya credit, I do not think it's a movie for everybody. I think you either have to be hooked by the premise and go with it, or it's not going to work for you.
It's like Rick and Morty.
Only
It's
Rick and Morty fans.
Oh,
Damn it.
Yeah. Circle is just like Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
And Rick and Morty is just the God-sent humor by Jesus himself. According to Reddit.
Yeah, I thought it was a great movie. I really enjoyed it.
I thought it was good.
I loved it. I love Circle. It's one of my favorite. I don't know. Do you call them indie movies?
Low budget.
Yeah, low budget, low
Yeah.
budget, single set movie. One of my
Yeah,
favorites.
something like that.
You can call him indie. I don't like that, like, pedantic. Oh, it's not technically indie because they were signed to Warner Brothers.
Yeah,
Whatever,
I'm
man.
not-
It
I'm
had
not-
like a budget of $10. It's indie.
Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid the whole stable of like it's one of the best fucking movies ever made. It's like no, for a movie obviously with a low budget and made by just a handful of people, I think it's very good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, for that it is, yeah. I mean, for what it is, I'm not gonna rag it on it for being an indie. Like, for being indie, it's really good.
Also, shout outs to them. They lurk the IMDb for their movie, and I scoped the forums out a little bit. They answer pretty much every single question that people ask on the forums.
Really?
Have any of
Yeah.
the questions been, would you like to come on the official podcast? And did they answer it?
Oh,
You know, we should maybe do
about to
that.
mention that OJ is out on parole now. OJ Simpson, if you're listening to this, feel free to
know
come
he's a
on the
big fan.
podcast and deny everything.
It's all they listened to in prison.
It's what got him through those hard years.
They used to smuggle in mixtapes of the official podcast.
I would love to see him on Twitter. Just be like, the official podcast got me through these hard times.
God, can you imagine?
I don't know how to react.
It would be awesome. Are you kidding me?
I'd be like, all right, Juice, good for you.
Alright, Jews.
Yes, I would rally up all the Jews
Semites.
to stop O.J. Simpson.
Well, not from coming on the podcast, I hope.
What an interesting man. What a man who can just do whatever he wants and somehow not get properly punished.
it's fucking amazing. Well, how long did he serve?
9 years.
Well, not enough.
Oh, that's nothing.
This is the man who busts into a hotel with a gun screaming to get the merchandise back that he's not even like belong to him anymore and just walks. Come on.
I like the interview, or I don't know if it was an interview, but somebody went to his room, knocked on his door, and he pretended to murder them as if it was just like a good, hearty joke. I don't know if you guys
I
have
like
seen
his
that clip.
Parole officers taking selfies with him and all that.
I mean, the best thing about OJ is the motherfucker, as soon as his trial's done, he writes a book called If I Did It.
Oh,
Where
that
he
was a great
writes
one,
in
yeah.
excruciating detail
Oh, wait,
how he
did-
would have
did-
committed the murder.
Didn't the family of the murdered the victim take ownership of the book basically and then change the cover to make it say "I did it"? I think they.
That's
yeah,
incredible.
They did.
That's the most epic prank of all time.
That's a
It's like they
solid
claimed
YouTube.
ownership through copyright or some shit. No, I think it was just through like the legal fact that he.
And then they changed
I
the
don't know.
title to It.
I don't know actually. And had kids fucking everywhere in it.
Come on, Georgie. There's Heisman trophies down here.
I like. Before we move on, I just like to point out Andrew's joke was great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Charlie. We can move on.
Now we
I
can
forgot.
progress.
We'll progress on to what?
I forgot what.
This is going nowhere. Let's cancel the episode.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's start over.
Sorry, guys.
Oh god, no. We never play that game again. Have you seen that
Did
they've
you
been?
hear? Oh, did you hear that? Oh, okay, you go. I've got something.
No, Jackson, you go.
No, you, Charlie, you go.
Yeah. All right, I'll go. So yeah, they're getting absolutely.
I want to go.
Okay, go.
They're putting ads. They're putting Chinese ads on the game now.
Are you
In the
serious?
game.
Ads.
Yeah.
Wow.
The company is owned by Tencent, the largest Chinese.
Tencent? They are?
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Oh, Jesus.
And they've started putting like actual ads within the game.
Now,
on the main
Jackson,
menu.
can I do a follow up to that on my news?
Yeah.
So they've been getting heartily dumped on by the Chinese community on Steam to where they've gotten more negative reviews now than I think like any reviews in the entirety
Oh,
of the game.
that might be why. That might be why.
That's part of it. Another
Wait,
reason
why?
they did it. Another reason because they're putting ads in the game for the Chinese servers. Another reason they're getting shit on is there's no Chinese server. So most Chinese players have a ping of like at best 200 whenever they get into a game. So their solution in China, a big thing is they sign up with a I forgot what they're called, but they're
VPN.
basically a VPN, which is basically
Oh
they
my
give you
God.
a better connection and all that shit, whatever. So PUBG's answer to all this to help this problem was to partner with the largest VPN in China and call them the official VPN of PUBG, rather
I
than
read
give
about
them their
that.
own server.
So to give the, I had no idea. To give people an idea, right now on Steam they put on these review graphs, and for until the end of September they had 2,500 negative reviews. Right now it's 22,000.
Ooh.
Yeah, they got
10
blasted.
times the amount of negative reviews.
My absolute
Jesus,
favorite.
I guess you should
Go.
not fuck with like 2 billion Chinese players.
My absolute favorite is the ones where they can't speak English, but they're trying to get heard, so they put it in English. It's like, fuck you, PUBG. You're not good, PUBG. I used to love PUBG. Now fuck PUBG.
Oh,
love
that's
it.
my problem
Poetry.
with the Firewatch guy too. Like the negative reviews. Like I feel like if you just worded this better, I'd be on your side. But you sound like such a broken English dumbass little child that I hate you just for making this review. It's not like, well, you know, this developer made some choices that are against the well-being of its player base and all that. Instead, it's fuck dev, asshole cunt, asshole DMCA question mark exclamation mark. Fuck you.
That's what I look for in my reviews, though.
The ones that you
Get
know,
its point across.
the ones you know can trust are the ones that they don't recommend it, and the only
Voice
line. Well, no, the only line is, "I loved this game. It was fantastic, but Dev is asshole, so thumbs down." Love those, where it's just
I like
personal
this-
grudge.
I like the Dan Tari or what a Tamagotchi references
Tamagotchi?
in Cuphead. Well, the guy who lost to Pigeon basically. The guy who couldn't
Oh,
pass the
yeah,
tutorial.
yeah, right,
His
right,
name's
right.
like Dan
The tutorial guy,
Takahashi or
yeah.
something, and there's a ton of people in the Cuphead reviews basically referencing the guy, and I think it's funny. It's a nice way to be immortalized, I think.
There's speed runs of the tutorial now, which is kind of cool.
Did you guys?
What's the best time? Like 17 minutes?
13 seconds. It's pretty impressive stuff, really.
Yeah, I don't know how they did it.
Jeez, man. Did they
Yeah.
compare it with
Did
a
you-
pigeon?
What? I didn't watch the whole thing, obviously, or really that much of it. What did he get stuck on? The jump and dash?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
jump and dash.
Jump and dash, and he could not jump and dash.
And then after that, he put up a tweet that was like, "Cuphead is one of the hardest games I've ever played."
They initially released the video to just be a regular review, but then after everyone started making fun of it, hey, this was intentional. We know it's
Yeah.
funny, haha. When they didn't know it was.
It was Polygon, right?
Yep.
No, man.
No, it was Polygon.
It was some like indie magazine or something.
No,
No,
it
I think it
was
was
Polygon.
Polygon.
It was some off-brand shitty site.
Yeah.
It was like The Verge or something.
Was it The Verge?
It was not
I don't think it
Polygon.
was The Verge.
Polygon and the others, all the ilk, they came to his rescue to make excuses for him and to call all of us Nazis, of course. But the original wasn't.
You're right.
It
It's
wasn't
lead
Polygon.
writer for Game Beat. Games Beat.
The ever popular Game Beat.
Dean Takahashi, lead writer for Games Beat at Venture Beat.
Oh, Venture. Okay.
So it's
not The
part of
Verge,
Venture
sorry.
Beat, whatever
Jesus.
the fuck that is.
I feel like I'm back in 2004 on Cheat Code Central.
Oh man, don't get me started on that Game Facts shit.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Those are
man.
great. Game Winners was
Any-
always the king.
And you remember Cheat CC and how a third of the codes they told you were absolute bullshit?
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Love that stuff.
What about
Game Fact.
Game Facts
Game
was my
Facts.
jam.
well,
that was
Game
my
Facts
number
is the go-to.
Game
Game
Facts
Winners
was
was
a
good too.
goddamn.
Do you guys remember your
lifesaver.
account names on Game Facts and shit like that?
I think I still have mine.
Names? I didn't have an account. I just Googled walls.
No, I post on the message boards constantly. My Game Facts
Mine was
account,
like Big Boys World.
mine was Evil Charizard.
You told us once, Charlie. You said you had. Wait, was that one of the?
So yeah, something with sports. It was in the Funhouse episode.
No,
Sport
Yeah,
Boy
the
or
fun.
something.
No, I'm
Sports
trying to
Boy?
remember if it was one of the Funhouse guys that told that story. If it was Charlie,
Oh right, yeah.
I think it was one of them.
Because I can't quite remember my name. Maybe at the time during the episode I could, but I can't.
It's Charlie.
It's just Charlie. That's my name.
It's a real name. Don't forget it.
Well,
All right.
apparently,
Remember who you are. You used to have foreskin.
Well, apparently now I don't know how they allowed this, but my Xbox name is Super Omega Jew.
Was that just
nice.
random?
Yeah, I don't remember when I did it, but like at the tail end of when I was playing 360, I changed my name for some reason, and I logged into it on this computer a couple months ago on Xbox, their app, like fuck or something, and it just said, "Welcome back, Super Omega Jew." I can just like a screenshot of it. I can send it to you.
I don't need to.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It's not that outlandish.
Jesus
It's
Christ,
not like
they had
Bigfoot
you.
footage.
It's like, oh my
No
God.
Jews exist.
And then they said, you might love these voice clips, and then they played PewDiePie calling me the N-word.
My beef jerky looks like a rubber duck. I have pictures everywhere. I saw Jesus in my
We talked about other video games. Have any of you played Ruiner? I love it. It's also really good. I started that a couple days ago. It's by a developer. Yeah, it's super good. It's really hard.
Cuphead's better.
I think Ruiner's harder than Cuphead.
Cuphead's better.
I know.
Are you saying it's like the Dark Souls of Cuphead genre?
I'm
Whoa,
probably
don't say
saying
that.
it's like the Dark Souls of Cuphead.
God damn.
By being a game not related to either of them.
Is that even scientifically possible?
You know, Jackson, Andrew, people were getting butthurt at you for making that joke,
What joke?
and I don't know why. The Dark Souls joke, the Dark Souls of blank joke.
They were getting
It's a
butthurt.
great joke.
I thought everyone was eating that shit up. Everyone I see is like saying,
I
"This is
am.
The Dark
I'm
Souls
eating
of
that
this, this is
shit
the
up. I
Dark
like
Souls
that
of
joke. I love that
That hot
joke.
shit.
Yeah, people reply to me on Twitter and everything I say. They say, "Oh, was it the Dark Souls of blank?" Like, I thought people liked it. People were
Jesus, don't bring
bitching.
him down.
Yeah, I didn't know
guy.
people
He
were
has something
complaining
going.
about it.
Your joke's shit.
It is shit, but besides that,
Your joke's the Dark Souls of shit jokes.
I was actually thinking about this earlier today. I don't understand how like
This.
game review. Well, not necessarily this, but game reviewers still use that phrase, "the Dark Souls of whatever," and it makes me think like, how out of touch can so many people be? Like everyone knows it's just a stupid thing to say, and it's like the whole thing with thoughts and prayers too. Like
Oh, no, they don't.
in my thoughts and stuff, you'd have to think. Like it's so widely ridiculed, you'd have to accidentally at least see people making fun of it at least once. There's like
I
no
mean-
self-awareness.
Charlie, it's the same argument that I think of for when people use memes. It's like in our little bubble, it's such a stupid shit dumb thing and just the worst. It's not even acknowledged with how bad it is. But to most people, other people's bubbles, it's like the hip cool thing to do.
Yeah.
calling things the Dark Souls or whatever, and calling everyone daddy. Like being the funniest, most original people ever to go into the stream and say, "Hi, Dad." Ha ha ha! So funny. It's like to them, that's the fucking top. That's the comedy pinnacle.
Charlie, most people are just so isolated. Like when you read that on Twitter, or you're there on the forum, and you see people make fun of that phrase. The people saying that phrase, they don't read that. They don't know. And even if they do, they just get more entrenched in their belief that it's a brilliant phrase. They just get offended, like that douchebag Takahashi. Like when he got all the criticism, his response wasn't to go, "Oh, turns out people make fun of this phrase. Turns out it's a meme at this point. That's how dumb it is." No, he went and said, "Well, you're all Nazis."
Well, yeah, but you are.
Well, yeah.
In their bubble, you are, yeah.
I'm not gonna deny my ties to the Hitler Youth. All I'm saying is I beat that tutorial in under 10 minutes.
Yeah, wow, that's definitely a sign of a Nazi. Jesus.
I don't know how you beat that tutorial that quickly. I had to restart the game. I thought I glitched. Jump and dash? Like, fuck this.
Only Nazis know those skills.
How do Nazis know those skills?
I mean, we touched on this earlier a bit with the whole our bubble doesn't reach anywhere. Like, if you look at a celebrity's Twitter.
Oh man, why are you gonna bring this up?
Well, no, but in terms of just the general people, like, look at a celebrity's Twitter. They get 10 times the amount of traffic we get with everything combined.
Sorry, we're not good enough for you, Andrew. We're trying.
Yeah, look at my Twitter. I get everyone, all 5 billion followers.
He's so right. He's so fucking right, though. Just today, I was looking at all the tweets.
shit.
For those who don't know this, well, for those watching, they'll know, all the live people. But for those watching this later, 3 weeks later on YouTube, today is like the 1st of October or something.
Second, yeah.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
whatever.
One of those made
The
up
shooting
ones.
in Las Vegas happened, and all the celebrities are out and about and just tweeting themselves about how awesome they are. And I just look at these Twitters, and I look at Markiplier, and he has 8 million followers, and I go, Jesus, holy shit, 8 million, holy fuck, wow. And then I see Rihanna, who has like 10 times the amount he has.
And he-
With no effort.
And they don't even have a strong. There are a bunch that don't even have a strong internet presence. And
They don't even
get
give a
way
shit.
more.
Like James Allen
way
McCune.
more. The actor James Allen McCune.
Well, why do you keep butchering the meme? It's the famous actor.
I'm so
James
sorry.
Allen McCune.
But no,
damn
think of it on another level too. Think about some like podunk middle school in the middle of, I don't know, Missouri. Think just now, those kids, one kid was on the internet by chance, the thing that they don't ever really do, and he saw
By
someone.
chance?
Yeah, by chance, he stumbled onto an internet connection,
How do
found
you-
it in the ground.
Got it.
So, and he goes to school because he saw this. He learned this from a streamer, and his teacher goes, "Alan, can you answer number 7?" And he says, "Yeah, Dad." And all the kids start giggling. They're like, "Whoa, he called him Dad! Holy fuck, that's like the funniest thing in the world." And now that entire school is infected with this meme because it's this fresh, insane concept to them. Think about all them, and then if they
That-
migrate to the internet, you got that whole new crowd.
What's this got to do with celebrities?
Yeah,
It's
I was
the,
just,
it's,
I was just
what
gonna
was
ask.
on-
Tangents.
because if it goes up, if it
He
goes
just hates
up,
dads.
because if it doesn't reach up, it also doesn't reach down. If we don't reach the people that are above us, we also don't reach the people that are below us. That's
And we
why.
have to
Were
reach
you
them
that
both.
kid in high school?
What?
Were you this kid in high school?
Well, I was an awkward shithead with no friends in middle and high school, but that's
So,
besides
yeah.
the point.
God, yeah.
Well, all of us
Yeah.
were.
Did any of us have a
What?
cool
Jackson
high
was
school
incredibly
experience?
popular.
No, I don't think
I
any
didn't
one
mean
of
to
us
brag.
had a cool posse. If you're listening to this and you're like the awkward kid, good job. You might actually have a podcast one day.
I
Jackson,
want to give
wait,
If I've got
advice.
anything to do with it,
Jackson,
I wanna
were you cool in middle and high school?
I feel like Jackson
I
was
was
cool.
average.
Yeah.
I was average.
He's still in
wasn't-
high school.
Look at him, he's
Yeah,
hot.
I do good. I do good.
You're like 18.
Jackson, how many friends did you
Yeah.
have by the end of high school? Like straight up actual interactive with them outside of school?
At least 3.
That's way more than
That's pretty good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Wait, really? Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
How many friends did you guys have? What the hell? I
I
had like at least 10.
One. Well, 2, but then I didn't like him anymore, so 1. Well, this is also college, not high school.
Well, it depends on if
Yeah,
we're
you probably
What
don't
are we
even
talking
remember high
about?
school.
Yeah.
I remember high school plenty, I just don't... Which one are we talking about? Which one are we counting? I
How
was
many
a
high
bully
schools
in-
did you go to?
Okay, so let's
Sounds
put
bully.
a stake in the ground. It is the last day of high school, the final day of school. School's not done, but it
Still
is
the best day of my life.
it is the impactful. Like, this is your last day. How many friends do you have in this current moment?
Oh.
Actual good, strong friends.
Am I shooting up the school?
What? Well, did you shoot up your school on the last day, Jackson? I'm talking about going back in time.
No comment.
Smart.
Well, how many did you have?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, going around the room.
Oh,
Well, I already said, like, I don't know, 4-ish.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
inflating it. Yeah.
All right. You had a
I don't
class
know.
full. You had
Five,
an organization of best friends.
9, 10.
The 12,
Yeah,
13.
well, the friend group I had was like 8.
Okay, so normal
What are you
friends.
guys on about? Is this seriously not the norm? How many people did you guys know?
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, cool guy. Fucking Chad over here.
I thought I was average.
That's the
fuck
problem.
you.
You were.
Again.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you're not cool unless you don't have friends. Andrew,
Well, how many did you guys have? Come on.
One,
their names?
maybe. And I don't even like him. I still have, like, I still talk to my
Well, I
friend
hope he
from
doesn't
high
listen to the
school, but I
podcast.
kind of hate like him.
Hate like him. You hate fucking.
No, I just.
They
I
meet
don't
once a
know.
month to hate fuck each other.
Like, if I don't have anyone better to hang out with, I'll call him, but I don't really like him. But then when I do hang out with him, it's kind of
Yes.
fun.
Kaya's friend, if you're listening, you're welcome to come on the podcast.
hang
He's
out.
not listening.
Yeah, hang
It's
out.
the semi-terrorist kid I told you about.
Even better.
previously.
Jesus Christ. Alright.
Good boy.
Better. I don't want to be decapitated by his uncle.
Well, then this is
about
a
you,
live
Andrew?
podcast. You could be watching the Twitch.
I highly doubt that.
Charlie, what about you?
Oh, I was asking you. I mean, like at my high school, my class was 32 strong, so we all knew each other, but like good friends, pretty much 0. I think I left the house once to go to a club one time, and it's just because they felt obligated because I was already in their car.
Wow. But you're sleeping in there.
Charlie, how
No.
far is your house? 20 minutes? Fuck it, you're coming with us to the club.
Well,
It would have just been an inconvenience to drop you off.
it was after.
Were you just an awkward kid?
Yeah, I was so super duper awkward throughout all of high school. Plus, I looked like a bag of dog anus.
Did
we meet in high school?
What's up?
Did we meet in high school? Or were you
No,
in college already?
freshman year of college is when you and I met.
Did they
Well,
did they get halfway to the club and then notice you were in the car?
It was after, like, I think it was after a basketball game, so they'd offered to drive me home, but the club was on the way and they wanted to go.
Damn.
I have to piss.
I still remember what the club was. It was called Fuse.
Didn't we? Is that still around?
No, it was a.
I feel like
it
you
was a
talked
club
to me
for, like,
about it.
Oh.
It was a
Wait.
club for like 17-year-olds.
Oh.
Fuse. No, I don't. I was about to say, like, this sounds like the one that got shot up in Orlando.
That was Pulse.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Both have a U in there, so forgive
That's
me.
right. I mix up all sorts of things with U's in them.
I was so happy that day. I texted my dad.
When Orlando got shot up, Jesus.
Oh,
wrong with you?
oh no! Sorry, I'm still.
Did you see that, Dad?
Told you it would happen.
Take a voice clip of that, Jackson.
Sorry,
Everyone
got
watching
lost.
the stream, just clip that part and that part out of context.
Whoops.
Send it to Washington Post.
Got lost in the daydream of Club Fuse back when I went to that one.
Did your dad text you back with way too many ellipses?
My dad was happy about it.
Thank you.
I've been texting your dad for the last couple days.
Oh, have you been getting all the
Yeah.
exclamation points?
Oh my, he is a master of cramming periods and exclamation points at the end of every sentence.
Oh, baby, yeah.
Yeah, and also he always worries me because he'll write like a couple sentences and then he'll end the last one with about 7 periods. And
Yeah.
I don't know if something happened or if he has more to say, so I'll just sit there and wait.
It's great.
It's really funny. But it's been pleasant. He's a
You're
nice
right.
boy. He's helping me.
Yeah.
So he likes the dramatic pauses, does he?
He really
Build
loves them.
suspense.
He likes to text like a 13-year-old girl, but he's not good at it.
Oh, that's so cute.
It's
Yeah.
very cute. It really is.
It's the most adorable thing, especially when he asks a question. It's like anime, like Nani. It's great.
How many friends did he have in high school?
No, my dad was a popular guy throughout his entire life.
He seems like he would be, for sure. He's a very charismatic man. He seems like it.
Well, then what happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
The Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah, stole the good genes.
His best pair of pants.
God, I missed out on his height. He has like this flawless bill of health too. Knock on wood.
So I mean,
What about you?
Yeah. No, I was just gonna say. I guess I'll take the reins.
Yeah.
So I did drama through a lot of high school. So I had acquaintance friends. I had a lot of those. But for actual real friends, I had one, and it was my pseudo girlfriend at the time.
The threesome chick?
Yeah. So that was it. She was like my only friend that I.
You
talked to
dated her
outside
for
of
that
high school.
long?
For like a year.
When did you and I meet?
We were done by the time you and I met.
No, because you were still hanging out with her.
Yeah, but we were split, but we were still hanging out as friends.
Oh, you stupid nice guy.
Well, no, I was still fucking her too.
Oh, you. Well, that's good, man.
Yeah, if that was done, yeah, then I would probably wouldn't.
At that time, Charlie was waiting in cars trying to get into another club.
It was a really complicated mess.
Hiding in the bed of trucks. Please go to Fuse.
I'm driving to Orlando
He
today,
strapped
boy.
himself underneath it, like in The Simpsons, like Sideshow Bob. They hit a
That's
speed.
based off a fucking...
It is. You're right.
Cape Fear.
You're right. Cape Fear, and they hit a speed bump, and Charlie fucking dies.
I don't remember that Simpsons episode.
It's one of the best.
It was the Cape Fear ripoff.
It's a good episode, though.
It is a great
That's
episode.
that's the one where he hits all the rakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was during the golden age of the Simpsons.
It was. Yeah. Probably.
Seasons 8 till maybe 12, I think, were the best.
So, oh god, I did like a book report on this shit. It's Simpsons. Was, the general consensus is the first season is okay, 2 to about 8 are perfect, and then 9 and 10 are when it starts getting bad.
Wow, that sounds
Whoa.
exactly like South Park.
Probably.
And I can say that because I just got done I finished the seasons. All
I mean,
Weird. I thought 8 till 14 were the best.
really?
South Park?
No,
Which one?
Simpsons.
Jeez, no,
Simpsons,
I know.
oh.
I know for a fact 10 is the cutoff point for most people saying this is when it got shitty.
Weird.
Yeah.
Maybe that's when they started getting, like, the most friends.
I mean, I'm with you though, Jackson. I was that little kid where I watched every episode and liked it. I never really was like, oh, this wasn't.
I didn't
as
do
good.
that, you nerd.
I don't mean every episode, but I mean whatever episode was on, I liked it.
Jackson, did you not write a book report?
Yeah, come on, fucker. It was due last Thursday.
Yeah, good show. So Rick and Morty ended. What are all the pseudo-intellectuals gonna do now?
Complain that there's women writing it.
Steven Universe time.
Oh god.
Oh, they hate. Oh, Jesus, Charlie, you have no idea apparently.
Don't open
Isn't
that
that-
can of worms.
Isn't that
Don't open it
super
up.
popular?
Well, yeah, on Tumblr, but isn't like Rick and Morty super popular on the people who think that is not? Okay, so Rick and Morty people, they hate that it has no female writers, right?
What?
So that
It's
there
the
cannot be
opposite.
a.
They're mad that there's female writers on the new season.
Yeah, exactly. So there cannot be a whole lot of overlap between that and Steven Universe.
Oh
fan
yeah,
bases.
I get what you're saying.
Oh, I got you. That makes sense.
What's Steven Universe about?
I
It's
don't know,
you know the story. It's a cartoon based on the tale
Oh.
of the kid who struggled to get into Notre Dame, and he finally made the football team. And after a lot of hard training, they finally let him play like one down in a pretty important game. And he got carried off the field even though he didn't do anything spectacular, and the whole stadium chanted Rudy.
I too love Rudy. Did you know that Rudy, the story is pretty much made up?
Yeah,
The
But it's
actual
a-
events
it's a
are
good
nowhere
story.
near what actually happened.
it's a great
In the
story.
I'm confused. Isn't it a cartoon?
Is this a meme?
Well,
Are you talking?
What are you
Is this
doing?
actually Steven
No.
Universe? What is
No, it's Steven Universe.
Look, Steven Universe came out in 1993.
it? Okay.
It starred Sean Astin, and he
Classic.
was always told he was too small to play college ball, but he was determined to overcome the odds, and yeah, got carried
I
off the
don't-
field.
Yeah, I
That's
don't want
where,
to spoil the surprise. To this day, he's still the only player who the entire stadium chanted his name.
Now, if you wanna suck Rudy's dick just a little bit, because I do, Rudy is what I think is a kind of bad movie. I mean, story's dumb or whatever. The soundtrack though to Rudy is really, really good. I don't know if you guys like general like orchestral movie grand score music, but the songs in that movie are really, really good.
I do kinda.
Who wrote the soundtrack? Grant Kirkhope?
Rudy. Nah, it was definitely Hans Zimmer. Let me see. I'll look that up for you. Actually.
Who's your favorite composer, Jackson?
Who does Star Wars?
Oh fuck no! Danny Elfman.
George Lucas.
Danny Elfman did the new ones, but someone really famous did the old ones, and I forgot his name. I'll look that
Yeah,
up.
why am I blanking his name? I've drunk too much.
Jerry Goldsmith was the composer of Rudy. Charlie.
Yeah, it's John Williams. There we go.
John Williams. That name's not familiar at all.
John Williams.
Are you serious, Charlie? You don't know who John Williams is?
No, I don't recognize that name.
He's
What else
done
did he
like
work
Neither
on?
do I.
Jurassic Park
Oh, yucky.
and like a bunch of other fucking great movies.
Fun fact, just for all the Jurassic Park fans at home. To this day, the only movie I've ever slept through in almost its entirety is Jurassic World.
Okay, wait,
That's
no,
his
not.
new one, isn't it?
I'm an idiot. Not Jurassic Park. Raiders of the Lost Ark. I got those flipped in my head. He
That's
does the
great.
Indiana Jones shit.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah, I flipped
Isn't
that.
that
I'm an
the
idiot.
new one?
Yeah.
The last one?
Yeah.
And Charlie?
Jurassic World?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
What, you
ass.
didn't
I
like it?
don't
I
even-
thought it was average.
Yeah,
I don't even remember it.
I
I
saw
slept
it
through the
hammered.
entire second half of that movie.
I saw
It was so
fucked
bad.
up.
You know,
My
Ja-
friend and I came from a bar and watched it.
Here we go again. I knew you were coming to this. And no, John Williams did do Jurassic Park.
He did. I'm great. Yeah.
Jackson saw Jurassic World 9 times. His personal record.
Eight.
Did you actually?
Well,
Yeah.
What is
No.
wrong with you?
Charlie, just
That's the secret to being cool at school.
Charlie, just glancing at the chat, you don't know who John Williams is, but Star Wars, Jurassic Park, Superman, Indiana Jones, Jaws.
Yeah, I'm reading these too. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Oh,
obviously know
didn't he-
all of his work. I just didn't know his name.
Didn't he also do Pirates of the Caribbean?
No, there's no way he did
Who
that
was
one.
that?
too.
Who
That
did
one's
that?
way too new.
Because that's another famous guy.
Joachim Roman.
Really?
That's the
I
guy.
thought.
Joachim.
No,
The music.
yeah, composer. Because that's someone super famous. That's Hans Zimmer.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, that's Hans Zimmer.
Charlie, so did you like the original Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Did I like the original Jurassic Park? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Well,
They're
the first.
fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't
Oh,
see
the first one.
I didn't see the
other
third.
two was pretty epic.
Third's
The
kind
third,
of bad.
third was better than the
Oh,
second one.
Charlie, I know what I wanted to ask you since you watch every movie ever made. Did you watch Kong Skull Island?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
No.
Wow, I forgot that
Oh.
even came out.
Because
It's
I
just-
heard a lot of people said it was actually surprisingly great, and I was thinking of checking it out.
It's fine. It's entertaining for the duration it's on the screen, but you forget about it the second you leave.
Because the director's the guy directing the Metal Gear Solid movies, so I don't know how to feel
Yes.
about it.
I mean, as long as King Kong's in the new Metal Gear, it'll probably be good.
Actually, yeah, that'd make it fucking amazing.
Would be
I'd watch it
awesome.
4 times.
A primate to surpass Metal Gear.
They
I'm
call
stoked
him
for the
King
new-
Kong.
I'm excited for the new Pacific Rim.
Ooh, that'll be nice.
Pacific Rim's getting a sequel.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got the dude from Star Wars in it, doesn't
It all
Oh
comes back to
God.
Star Wars, baby.
It really does. Well, it has a TIE fighter in it.
Gotta have the TIE fight. Well, that was the problem with Rogue One, but we talked about this.
it? Yeah, it's got John Boyega.
It was a fan service movie. It was just, oh, it's Star Wars. Gotta have the X-wing. Gotta have this. Gotta have that.
Well,
Well,
no shit,
here's-
it's in the fucking universe. What?
Here's
why-
useless trivia
that's a
to
dumb-
add to the rest. The Pacific Rim soundtrack is made by the same guy who makes Westworld and
All right,
Game of Thrones.
Let me put it this way, Jackson. The problem I
Oh
have
my
with
God.
Rogue One, I can sum it up very easily. Imagine.
Oh my
I've already heard this 6 times. You don't need to beat
Okay.
it
I tried
out.
to change the subject. Charlie, you try now.
Alright, my attempt.
I give up.
I'm
You
a
win.
big fan of Banjo and Kazooie.
Really?
Which one?
Fuck off. That's almost worse. Go back to Star Wars.
You like
Alright, we'll
collectibles?
stick
No.
to Star Wars. Yeah.
But you hated ukulele.
Oh, ukulele was
Ukulele was
absolutely
an awful
abysmal.
collective though.
Yeah, it was horrible. That was pure trash. Doo-doo. Just a load of baloney.
So then,
Forgot about
what? But why?
ukulele.
Wasn't it just Banjo Kazooie?
I mean, it was Banjo-Kazooie if it was like some type of high schooler's art project.
Okay, come on, it's not that bad.
It's that bad. I
Just
hated
because
it.
it was made in Unity.
Well, Unity's really bad, but I hated the game. I
Yeah.
thought it was just bad in all aspects. The gameplay was very, very floaty. Nothing really worked. The
It was
controls
average.
sucked.
So it
and
wasn't.
unpolished.
You hated it because it wasn't Cuphead.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah. Everything kind of ties back to that idea. I put it on like a scale of, is it like Cuphead? Yes. Good.
Actually,
Bad?
Charlie, real question spurring from that. What was the last game you genuinely really liked before Cuphead?
Neo.
Neo.
Persona 5 maybe.
Oh well, yeah.
Which one's
Wait, are you
that?
talking about like what game I think is like the best of the year? or
No,
something?
no. Just your personal opinions, what you like.
Oh yeah, the Persona 5 was super duper good.
Okay.
But was that before Neo or did you
After
guys play
Neo.
Persona 5?
Yeah. I still have your copy of Neo. I never did it this way.
Neo is my favorite game of the year.
I need to
It's coming to
try
PC.
It is?
It got announced today.
What?
Yeah, PC.
Oh,
PC port next month.
Charlie, let me bring your copy of Neo back, because I'm not going to need it. It's great.
That'd be nice. Highly recommend Neo.
Jackson googled it. It was made by the same guy who did Star Wars.
Not enough TIE fighters.
No lightsabers in Neo, fuck it.
So Jackson, the other day I saw Steam had a sale on all the Lego games. Did you have an aneurysm? What happened?
I've already got them all.
I figured. He
Wait,
just
even-
looked up on the page with pride.
Even the Lego Ninjago movie video game.
Wait, there's a video game for that?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Not
There
a-
is?
Why
What
not?
the hell, Ninjago?
Just because it's the first Lego movie to get terrible reviews doesn't mean that the game's going to be bad.
I thought it got good reviews.
No, it
I
got
thought it
no.
was just painfully-
Critics are saying it's bad. They don't like it.
Why is it bad?
I don't know, but it's got like a
Ninjago
low,
is just dumb.
It's got like a low Rotten
Yeah.
Tomatoes score, I think.
I watched it.
Oh yeah, Ninjago's dumb, Charlie, as opposed to Batman. Like,
Hey,
how is it uniquely
Kaya,
dumb?
don't talk shit about Batman.
Oh, fuck you.
Kaya hates Batman.
I
Ninjago.
don't hate him, I just
Lego-
think they're all
yeah,
goofy.
Lego-
None of them are better than the others, necessarily.
Lego Ninjago movie's got a 6.3 on IMDb right now.
Holy shit, the Ninjago movie might be the
What?
first time I've ever seen Rotten Tomatoes agree. Both the critics and the
Wow.
audience think it's a 50%.
This score is horseshit. It has Jackie Chan in it. How could it be bad?
Wait, Jackie Chan's in the new Lego Ninjago
Jackie
movie?
Chan voices Master Wu in Lego Ninjago.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. How could this be bad? That's amazing.
Not enough TIE fighters.
What if every single critic review is just, you know, this movie's fine, but it's not as good as Star Wars. I'm sorry. 6 out of 10.
Well, you're now hired at Rotten Tomatoes.
Probably.
Shit.
What's the highest movie of the year on Rotten Tomatoes? Don't tell me it's Mother because I'll
Probably
actually
some-
scream.
I think it
Probably.
actually I think it actually is Lego Batman.
That came out this
Let's
year?
see. How do you change
Did it?
search for this
Let me
shit?
see.
Oh, it did come out this year, didn't it?
Well, the Emoji movie's the lowest, so we're off to a good
Moonlight,
Oh.
Zootopia, Hell or High Water, Arrival, La La Land.
You got that
La
right.
La Land?
start.
is
Zootopia and
2017,
Moonlight make a
Jesus.
lot of sense.
The Jungle Book.
Whoa, whoa,
These
whoa.
are all
whoa,
rigged.
whoa,
All of these
yeah.
Those
suck
are old,
ass.
yeah.
La La Land was last year.
No, The Jungle Book was apparently... No, this is 2017.
No, Jungle Book was
Whoa.
2016, 15.
La La Land was at the last Oscars. Or
Alright,
even the
your
Oscars before
gripe
that.
is with Rotten
Okay,
Tomatoes,
I found
sir.
the answer. The answer is Get Out.
No, that was a good movie. That's fine.
Is that the one
I
with
haven't seen it yet.
racism?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a horror racist
Yeah,
movie.
it's a horrible.
Racist
It's a
racist
movie about
movie.
horrible racists.
That's a horror.
Also, Wonder Woman is up there, and The Big Sick.
I rewatched Wonder Woman. It was not that good.
Logan is up there. Wow, I think Zootopia's last year, right? Yeah, Zootopia's last year. That's why
Yeah.
it's not up there, because it's got a 98%. I think it should definitely be up there. Best year of
Yeah, no, Rotten Tomatoes ranking is fucked up sometimes.
the year.
It's fine. You can't do everything right. You're blessing us just by existing on the internet.
Oh, here it's Dunkirk, Wonder Woman, The Big Sick. What's The Big Sick?
I saw that on TV the other day, but I decided not to turn it on because it's a really shitty name.
I am
real
not your
sick.
Negro.
Well, what about Baby Driver? That'd be up there for you.
Yeah, it is at
Yeah.
spot 6, undeservedly so, because it sucks ass. City
Let's
of
not
Ghosts.
open that again.
You're kidding? Turkish movie? What?
Tell us about it in Turkish.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, what's the
Wait, the big six stars that Indian dude who's in every comedy? This movie has to suck.
Aziz Ansari.
No, Kumali Nanjiani.
Oh, Ninja.
I fucking hate him as well.
I don't know who that is.
What's his name?
Oh god, who can I... He's in
Kumal?
like every comedy as a very like
He's in
deadpan
Silicon
guy.
Valley.
Yeah.
Let's break away from movies here pretty soon.
Okay.
What's your
Let's
favorite?
go harder on the movie subject.
What's your favorite plant? Do any of you guys have one?
Thanks for running the conversation.
That's a hot topic.
Yeah.
the
Marijuana? I don't know. That's the only one I occasionally interact with.
I did my
Oh
best.
Jesus! Do you smoke it while watching Rick and Morty?
I have.
After voting Ron Paul or whatever?
And going on Reddit and posting how great atheism is. God. So
What's your least favorite subreddit?
any of them really?
Praise.
Ooh, the edge.
No, I used to use Reddit throughout
Which one?
college, and then now I hate it. I used to like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it gets gamed now. It's all
It gets
kind of the same
samey.
shit.
It's all the same. Yeah, it's the same recycled stuff over and over again.
More or less. What about you, Jackson? Least favorite subreddit?
The official podcast.
Take that. How about you, Kai?
Shit. I don't really have any that I hate particularly.
Kaya hates the game that we play.
That's true, yeah. There's some that I like incels. They're fun. They're
Pretty
always
much-
fun. They always cheese me up.
Pretty much all of them are pretty bad. Yeah. Even the good ones have bad things in them.
The good insoles?
No, I mean like all the subreddits. Like most of the time, it just comes down to like the people.
I mean, Reddit is a pandering website. The more that you pander and try to appeal to more people, the higher your stuff becomes every time.
What's your least favorite website on the internet?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Well,
That is a really good
are
one.
you talking about the ones that are accessible and that you've been to?
Yeah,
Because otherwise, I just say child porn. I don't think that. should be on the internet.
www.childporn.gov.
Oh, I wonder what that is.
Yeah,
I'm
let's
in
go ahead.
Germany. I should not be good.
Safe haven.
You've won the lottery. Everyone's been too afraid to type this in.
Oh, server not found. What a surprise.
I mean, the easy answer is Tumblr, but I want to think about it.
Yeah, I like Tumblr. It's full of porn.
Yeah, it's got potential, so I don't want to just throw
Yeah,
it under the
there's
bus.
some good parts of Tumblr.
Yeah.
They have like this
Great.
whole like lesbian GIF hotspot, which is great stuff.
No, you can. Okay, here's how you can easily Google any type of porn. Is just type in the type of porn you want and append the name Tumblr.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is.
They usually cite sources in APA format.
They double spaced 12-point font.
Oh, guys, I just looked up the domains. You can now buy childporn.live for $188.
Childporn.life. Do it.
Squad on it, Kaya.
Also, childporn.world, childporn.me, childporn.
Buy them all.
Services.
Do it.
Do it. Redirect them to the official
We'll have a
podcast.
monopoly.
Kaya.
Childporn.live.
Is
What?
there a childporn.kids?
Let's see.
How about that TV?
Oh, that'd be good too.
Yeah, we could compete with
Dot
Twitch.
The
kids.
competitors. to
No,
Twitch, yeah.
dot kids
Wait,
doesn't
can you
work.
get like extended domains? Can we get
Child-
youtube.childporn.com?
No, but childporn.tv is $30 a year, and it's actually available.
Do it. Do it.
You're all witnessing the downfall of Twitch's empire.
I'm so glad 500 people are here to witness this.
We're all witnessing the end of Kai's freedom. Put behind.
I like this one, childporn.zone.
I feel like those domains are open just to everyone who buys them.
Childporn.studio. These are some domains you don't want to be caught with on your like business card.
They're probably open because the government swoops up whoever buys them. It's a fucking fly trap.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I always think they should do. I don't know why. You guys know about the new age of sex dolls, right? And the whole like the drama around, oh no, the sex dolls, is it rape? Is it not rape? Should they be legal? Should they not be legal? What about the ones that are like little children? Because apparently they're like the Asians, the Japanese, of course, who else? They're selling like child sex dolls. And I'm thinking, Dude, you should totally sell them, but the FBI should be tracking like the eBay sales of them, sales, and then like just kick down the door of everyone who buys them and arrest them.
Kaya, you just reminded me. I'm so glad you reminded me. There's an article I read that I wanted to send you. The headline was "Sex doll gets molested at Tech Expo." Did you see that? It was a real headline where the guys who made it were like complaining that they were touching it and feeling inappropriate. I'm like, well, fucking of course they are. That's the whole
It's a
point.
glorified
You tried the
toaster.
merchandise. God.
Wait, the manufacturer is complaining that they were mistreating the sex doll?
Whoever brought it to the show was like, yeah, they were groping it, feeling it, and touching it, and they molested it. I'm like, well, no fucking shit. I would do that. I want to know what they're like. Is it worth my $6,000 or however much it costs?
Hey, you gotta get to know the doll.
God. Yeah, get to know it. Ask it its name, and take it to dinner.
In the same vein, you don't go to a toaster store and start cooking toast in the toasters.
I would if they let me. That would be amazing. That would convince me to buy more toasters.
Well, stop molesting.
Guys, I like that this website, so for those who don't know, domains, they usually cost according to how popular the extension is. Childporn.lol is 25 bucks, and childporn.baby is 70 bucks.
Oh, that's the winner.
Jesus Christ.
That's the winner. That's the one.
I love these new domain
Kaya,
extensions now in this day and age.
When you
Childporn.shop. Huh?
Wait. R. Baker 05 asks, should the FBI arrest a child for searching up and watching child porn? How old is 05 if he was born in 2005?
05, that's 12.
Yeah, 12.
12.
Yeah.
Stop looking up child porn, dude.
I had that argument as a kid, where it's like if I'm talking to I don't know, I'm 15 and I talk to a 15-year-old girl and she sends me her titties, it's like, oh, it's fine. Nothing wrong here.
I guess? I don't know.
It's a good question. It's a
Wow.
legal gray area.
yeah.
Childporn.
Don't do it, R. Baker.
Childporn.attorney is $9,000 a year.
Well, no shit. Attorneys are expensive.
Apparently, child porn attorneys.
There's a .attorney extension?
That's
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There's so many child. There's all of these. They're so bad. Cab.cab.camera.
Well, wait, what the fuck? Why didn't we swoop up the official .attorney?
Because it's $9,000 a year.
Oh,
Why
that's
would we
worth
anyway?
the cost.
yeah. I'll mortgage my house. It's fine. Can you imagine?
Childporn.cam.
What if you went to like your local library to use their internet to buy a domain for your website? Excuse me, ma'am, can you help me look up childporn.attorney? It seems to not be working.
I'm just attorney that
I'm
defends
a
child
businessman,
porn.
as you can see. I have my law degree, and this is taking up valuable time. Childporn.attorney.
Childporn.cooking.
I was gonna say I want cooking-based ones like childporn.flavor or childporn.taste.
Well, the cheapest one is childporn.date.
Okay, good.
I
You
can't,
want to fuck him, but you want to take him on a date first.
I can't believe that one's not flying off the shelves.
Oh wow, someone actually did buy childporn.download. It's taken.
Well, that's an easy arrest. That's
I want to see what kind of website it is, but at the same time, I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to try that one out.
that won't stop anything.
That will stop that.
I'll erase my browser history after.
Yeah, I'll delete my cookies. I'll reinstall Windows. They'll never catch me.
You'll have to go to your ISP and destroy.
I'll change my social security number.
Okay, that'll help.
That ought to fix it.
What if you call your ISP like, "Hey guys, I'm about to go on childporn.gov. Can you erase this? Can you cover me? I'm going in.
What the hell am I paying for if you can't?
I'm switching to Google Fiber. They have the latest and greatest protection from childporn.date.
Childporn.info is taken too. Who's taking these?
It has to. It literally. It just has to be traps.
Yeah.
Childporn.jewelry.
Oh, nice.
Well, that's kind of nice. That's sweet at least.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get them all dolled up first.
Pearl necklaces.
Oh. Oh. No.
So, least favorite website that Kaya hasn't bought yet.
Oh boy.
Childporn.party is taken.
I'm really loving this PG episode of the podcast.
Yeah,
really.
Yeah, this is a good idea.
What was
Yeah,
our
that
time
worked
on?
out great.
What was our time to child porn on this episode? Time to
Like
pedophile.
49 minutes. It was
That's
a
a
good.
new-
yeah,
that's
it was
like a
good.
new
No, we
record,
mentioned
yeah.
it before then. No, we had something earlier. I'm pretty sure. I like how with Dick, it was either Dick or James. We mentioned it before. We did this I like this one. It's like Inception. Childporn.porn.
Just to make sure you know what you're getting.
Don't want anyone deceived.
When you type child, did you mean to end it with porn? Type porn again to confirm.
Childporn.review is taken. Who's buying these? Who is this?
I'm just imagining
Andrew's loves that.
imagining the front page. Check out our new Cuphead review on childporn.review. It gets a 2 out of 10. The gameplay's tight, but not enough children.
Is child.porn available?
I don't know. You'll have to look it up.
I'm not looking.
Childporn.sex is available.
Ooh.
Jackpot.
Childporn.space is taken. Jesus Christ. Childporn.tech.
How many fucking dot things are there? Holy
Oh,
God.
Charlie
Well,
hundreds.
didn't they used to
All of
have
the
a
new
limit
ones.
on what you could do, and then a couple years
Yeah.
ago they finally got rid of it?
It used to only be .gov, .org, .net, and .com.
Well,
Yeah.